Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Instacar HK. Today we're doing something rather different, where instead of reviewing and driving a car, or in fact even being around any cars, I am going back to the archives and sharing with you all a very important and rare video of the 1995 Macau Grand Prix Supercar Cup. And the car featured in that race is none other than the mighty Ferrari F50. Now, the reason I'm sharing this video today is because this month actually marks the 30th anniversary of the Ferrari F50, for it was first launched in March 1995 at the Geneva Motor Show. As many of you have heard me mention many times before, the Ferrari F50 is my ultimate dream car. And it was actually this race where I first fell in love with it. Because even though the F50 has very aggressive design, it has a lot of presence, it is a whole different level of experience seeing it race around the racetrack in its full anger, seeing how its suspension lean on the side and corners, etc. It's just a different experience. And even today, it is a rare occasion to see a Ferrari F50 racing around a racetrack, let alone when it was brand new in 1995. Now, before showing you the video, some quick background of the Macau Grand Prix Supercar Cup. Macau Grand Prix we're all very familiar with. Back in the 70s or 80s, they introduced this supercar race where it was really started as a gentleman's race / parade kind of thing, giving supercar owners around the region, particularly Hong Kong, an opportunity every year on the Macau Grand Prix weekend to really stretch the legs of their supercars. So in the beginning, it was all pretty casual, where supercar owners really just brought literally their street car from Hong Kong to the Macau Grand Prix and just have 10 laps of fun. But as with all these things, the racers got serious very quickly, and very shortly after it became a full-blown serious race. And in the latter years it was dominated by Porsche 964 Cup cars, because they are so easy to tune and they're such capable race cars. But in the beginning, in the 80s, some very cool cars have participated in the Macau Grand Prix Supercar Cup before, such as the Lamborghini Countach, the Ferrari 512BB. One year, in fact, a fully Koenig tuned 512BB participated in the race. It was from an Indonesia owner, actually. So yeah, it was always so fun to watch, with many cool exotic cars, which you just won't see racing on the racetrack today. For those of you in my era, you would no doubt recall the rivalry every year between Charles Kwan and Kevin Wong for the Supercar Cup race. Every year it was either between Charles Kwan's Porsche Turbo or Kevin Wong's very iconic Roof CTR. And for the 1995 Supercar Cup, it was no different. It was also Charles Kwan and Kevin Wong who was fighting for first position. For the details of their rivalry and the Macau history and Mr. Charles Kwan, legendary racer, there is a very good interview of him from a year or two ago by another YouTube channel, which I'll share the link in the description. Anyway, I'll stop talking, let you enjoy the video. And just a note, aside from appreciating the F50 in the race, also check out all the different 964 Cup cars, which back then looked like it was a dime a dozen, but watching it today, it is just so nostalgic. And the top three, aside from the F50, were also some very cool cars, including, as mentioned, Kevin Wong's Roof CTR. And third place actually went to Philip Ma's 993 GT2. All these cars are like super valuable today. A Roof CTR, I think, just broke some auction records last month. So this is really valuable footage. And I think this is the first time ever that YouTube has the 1995 Macau Grand Prix Supercar Cup. Enjoy.
After all the fun and entertainment of the celebrity race, and you don't get much more serious than this. The Mandarin and Duck Supercar race at Macau is an opportunity for all the frustrated racers in the colony and across the water in Hong Kong. The man heading towards us last year won this race in a Ferrari F355. And it was the first time that the 355 had tasted competition. This year, Charles Kwan brings us, as only he can, Ferrari's brand new F50. Everybody unscathed and underway as Charlie Kwan pulls away, running up towards the back, the high part of the circuit. Kwan and the F50 already with a commanding lead in this race. Ferrari have lent him a helping hand. The man who puts professional gambler on his passport in the space where you write down your occupation has been in touch with Maranello. When they found out he was racing, they sent him a few bits and pieces for this car and said that might help you out, and it seems to have done the trick. It looks and sounds the part. It almost seems a criminal shame to be racing it. Charles Kwan, who has raced the touring cars here for Charlie Lamb's BMW team and raced his own cars for years, is no amateur and not likely to make a mistake. You can see the size of the lead he's got. 10 seconds and more. Marginally more than everybody else has enjoyed watching it happen. But there it is. Another win in the Mandarin Duck Supercar race for Charles Kwan.